All right, you hearing me well? Thank you. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's start by changing the crossing of the legs. And then find the sitting position for you where you are sitting on an even surface and where you can release your knees towards the ground. Yeah, so your knees should never be higher than your navel region. They should go towards the ground so you can relax the legs and the muscles in this region of your body. And let's move the shoulders to warm up and feel how you are today, how you can move today. So if your neck or shoulders are hurting, you don't need to push it too much, just move the shoulders a little bit to warm them up. One more time. But if you are fine, if you are feeling strong today, then move them freely. And let's reverse now. Let's go in the opposite direction. Try to feel the chest closing as you bring the shoulders to the front and the chest opening as you bring the shoulders back. Okay, another 2 times. Inhale, exhale, and one more time. And now let's shake out the hands, shake out the arms. Throw your arms away. And now just the hands, feel your fingers flying. And if your wrists are painful, just very gently. If your wrists are okay, then shake them out well. 3, 2, and 1, and that's enough. And now let's move the skin of the face a couple of times up and down. Can even go around your eyes, move the eyebrows as if you were doing a facial to yourself to wake up the eyes and release any tension that you might have in your head, in the temples, in the forehead. Okay, and now let's tap along the cheekbones. So stay where you are. I'm just going to come a little closer, you see it better. So you want to use these 2 fingers, and this is your cheekbone. So we want to go towards the ear, towards the nose, and then back towards the temples. And you don't have to tap very, very strongly, but rather rhythmically. Yeah, open your lips and lift the upper teeth away from the lower teeth. And some of you were saying that you feel mucousy, a little mucousy in the hand last week. So this is a really good practice to get that stuffiness out of the hand anytime you have it. Okay, one more time. And then we're gonna go and pull the earlobes down. So you pinch your earlobes and pull them downwards. Again, make sure that your lips are not clenched together, neither your teeth. And then we're gonna move the ears away from the head. We haven't done this for a long time, so let's just go through. Yeah, it's the Vata season, so high winds and changing temperature, quickly changing temperatures, darker than, today is a bright day, but normally it is darker than in the previous month. So Vata is building up. And as you know, the ears are Vata related organs, which means that we have to take special care of them. So putting a little bit of oil in the ear in the morning will also help you protect your ears, protect you from headache and buzzing in the ears or dry, itchy feelings inside your ears. Yeah, so this is again a little practice you can do to prevent accumulation in the ears. And this is another one when you put these fingers front and back of your ears and you want to move. This is the bone behind the ear and there is a little hole. So you can even a little bit push down in there and then go up and down. And with the other finger, you're going on this bone. So you can press on those parts, front and back of your ears freely. You cannot hurt yourself, don't worry. And make sure again that your lips are not pressed against each other. So you can free up also this part of the head. Yeah, we moved across the chin bones, and we're gonna take good care of the ears one more time. And then you can carry on if it feels nice. I'm gonna stop now and go for head rolls. You can start in any direction. So from the head, we are moving down to the neck and shoulder region. And if you slept in a strange position in the night, then often your neck, one side of your neck or the top of the back can be sensitive. So this is a nice little exercise again to get rid of that weird sensation or sensitivity in the neck region. Now try to also pay attention how you breathe. Breathe in and breathe out as you move your head. And if your neck hurts, then just tiny little circles, yeah? To move your neck, shoulder, and head out of the frozen position that is creating pain, discomfort in your head, neck, or shoulders. Yeah, one more circle and then come back to the center. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your center line and lift the top of your head while you press a little bit your hands into your thighs. Open the chest. Lift the top of your head towards the ceiling. So you feel that as if you were growing, lifting out of the ground while you keep your legs, your thighs, buttocks connected with the ground. And now we're gonna start rolling the head in the opposite direction. And you may close the eyes or keep your eyes open, whatever suits you better. Pay attention to your breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and enjoy the movement. Yeah, we've been practicing only for a few minutes, but perhaps you can feel how much more life you have got inside of you, and slowly the ordinary state of mind is shifting to a more concentrated, more internal kind of perception. Yeah? If not, don't worry, we will get there. So 2 more circles. Keep on breathing steadily. 1 more time. And then bring your head back to the center. And I'd like you to move your hands together in front of your heart in praying position. Forearm touching gently underneath your breasts against the lower rib cage, and then press them back a little bit with the forearms. Yeah, so you're gonna move the arms closer to you, and then bow your head to your heart. Don't forget to breathe. Yeah, when we concentrate on something strongly, often we forget to breathe. So keep on breathing steadily. As you inhale, feel your chest rising up against your forearms. And as you exhale, feel the chest going back and downwards, releasing the shoulders and the neck region, and even the shoulder blade. Yeah? Be yourself present in your breath, present in your chest, present in your hands and your arms. Let your head bow further down as you exhale. And then keeping your face soft, keeping the chin close to the neck, slowly lift your head up to starting position. One more time, connect to yourself internally. Connect to your midline, which is your spine, and then on top of it, your head. Breathe into that space internally, inside of you. And as you exhale, relax everything into the ground. You can also put your hands down on your legs, your palms facing upwards, elbows bent, elbows released towards the side of your body. And now just tilt your head simply to your right. release your right ear towards the right shoulder. And if you'd like, you can also pull the head. Now turn your hand, the other hand on your leg, and hold your thigh and press a little bit that hand into the thigh. That will help you go a little bit further to your left. Yeah? You want to feel stretch between the top of your shoulder and your ear, and sometimes you can even feel it inside your head as you tilt the head. Don't worry, it's not something dangerous, just stretching nerves in your body that normally don't get stretched. Okay, when you are ready, push your head back to the center, lift the top of your head towards the ceiling, and we're gonna go to the second side. Take your head, then yes, you can hold your head and pull gently away from that other shoulder. The other hand is pressing now into the leg, into your right thigh, to give you that kind of ability to stretch through the right side of your neck. And the two sides are so different. And try to lift your chin a little bit in the direction of the ceiling, diagonally. See if you can find inside your neck or head any nerve that needs lengthening. And then push back the head to the center. Yeah. Let's go again. This time, you're gonna pull the head. The other hand will go behind you. You can stretch the leg and change the crossing. And then put your left arm behind you like this, either here or here. Yeah, it can also come here, but try to bend your arm and place it behind you. And then lift the head away from that arm, yeah? And then try to bring this elbow, your left elbow back. Yeah, and if you have normally tightness in the shoulders and in your neck, this will be, you will feel this definitely, yeah? And then as you pull the head, move your chin in the direction diagonally again up there towards the ceiling. Keep the back of the neck long. Keep on breathing. And now move the chin facing forward, yeah? And you can do a few, well, it's maybe a quarter of a circle. If you were going to draw a circle with your chin, you move the chin gently up and down, or you can just keep the head like this if it feels that kind of a nice, delicious stretch across there. If it hurts too much, just lift the head further up, not down, further up, and stay like this, breathing. Press the back of your hand into the body to make sure the arm is nicely stretching out of its comfort zone, and then you can push the head back and put the hand back on the leg. Yeah, you might feel all sorts of things in your left arm, so you can just gently move the shoulders, a couple of shoulder rolls to relax them. Yeah, how different it is, the two sides. Take a nice deep cycle of breath, and when you are ready, you're gonna put the other hand back on the sacrum, would be the best. Yeah. And then pull the head away from the shoulder. Make sure the shoulder goes back as much as it can. And then you lift the head away from that shoulder. You press the back of your hand into your lower back. And first just go sideways. And then when there is space in you, inside your neck, then you can again gently rotate your head. Very gently, yeah? And if you feel any kind of disturbance on the other side, don't move the chin. Okay, and two sides are so different. This is so much easier for me. I don't know how it is for you, but it really shows if you have even a tiny little problem in your neck, or you slept in a particular way which causes discomfort in your neck. With this exercise, you can release that discomfort. And let's finish now with this exercise. Come back, take the hand back on the legs, and a couple of quick shoulder rolls. You don't have to do them in a big way, small shoulder rolls. Now back. And finish, and we're just gonna turn the head, keeping the chin parallel with the ground, back above the right shoulder. Exhale, come back to the center. Lift first the top of your head towards the ceiling, and then turn the other way around. Exhale, twist, and inhale, come back to your center. Now we're gonna also use our arms to turn, yeah? So you stay as you are, unless you have to cross the legs differently, then cross them quickly and then turn. You're gonna lean on your bolster or on a block behind you. If you reach the floor without the block, then do it like that. And then turn from left to right. And to breathe into the navel region and don't go back like this. Try to keep upright. You are twisting across the spine from the base of the spine towards the upper part. Try to keep the chest open. And then exhale, come back to your center. Let's go to the second side. Yeah. So with your right hand, you are holding the left knee, pulling it in the direction of your right hip, and the other hand is leaning on something behind you. Yeah? And feel as you are stimulating your hip region, and only turn your head towards the end of the exhalation as you are twisting from the base of the spine, going up, spiraling up towards the head. And come back to your center and take a nice deep cycle of breath. Let's now stretch out the legs. Sure you are ready for that. You can keep the legs hip width open or together. I'm gonna keep my hip width open and flex your feet, point your toes, and then flex them again. If you need, repeat that a couple of times. And then take a hold of your hands, yeah, like this, of one of your wrists on your lower back, on your waistline, and then pull it downwards. And try to bring the arms as close as you can to your trunk from behind. And then bend your arms and move your shoulders back and down. Step into your toes, pull the tailbone a little forward, and sit up straight. Try to pop the middle of the chest open and turn your shoulder blades in. The chin is parallel, the eyes are at eye level. Staff pose, Dandasana. And now you can put your hands on the legs, but keep this right angle position. Now lift your arms up parallel with your legs. And we're gonna move the shoulders 3 times to the front. Try to move them simultaneously. It's not that easy, but just try. And then backwards. Move the shoulders together, yeah? Keep your teeth unclenched. That will help you move the shoulders and up and down. One more time. And then release. You can release the legs a little bit. Refresh yourself. It looks easy, but if you are doing it right, it's not easy at all. So we're resting now a little bit. So we're gonna go and stretch the arms out as well. Hopefully the shoulders and neck region has woken up. Now again, lean a little bit back, belly in, and then lift your arms up and stretch through your arms up. Press the fingers into the back of your hand and try to pull your thumbs towards your head. Open your armpits. And lift your hands far away from your hips, from your buttocks, tailbone forward. Shoulders come back and down. And now bring the arms back. Turn the hands inside out. And you can put them back on the bolster. Relax your legs if you need. Rest a little bit, yeah? Sitting up like this is really, you are using a lot of your strength. So when you are ready, second side, yeah? And this is where when you have been practicing yoga for years, this becomes really a norm to you. So you can sit for a long time like this. But if you are a beginner, although this looks easy, you might not be able to do it for more than 5 or 10 seconds because it demands so much internal energy. Different than running, running a 10K or a marathon, very different. But it is still demands strength, inner strength. So try to get to the top of your buttocks, to the top middle part of your sit bones. Pull the legs back into the hip socket through flexing your feet. And now think of your hands, press the fingers into the back of the hands and pull the thumbs towards your head. And then lift the hands away from your legs. Hang on there, 3 more cycles of breath. Breathe into the belly and then out of the belly. One more time. internalize your breath in your navel region and then bring the arms back down. Hands turn inside out, and let's come back. And I'm sure you feel your arms, so you can shake them a little bit out. And then again, shoulder rolls, and how much easier this feels than just 15 minutes ago, hopefully. Okay, so now we're gonna do more twisting, and I will try to stay in the same position to show you what we do. Yeah, so your right leg is going to stay straight, and you bend the left leg. And I'm sure you know what we are doing, but I just turn like this, so you're surely doing the right thing. So this comes close to your buttock, and I like you to step into that foot. Yeah, for that you push the hands down and straighten out the spine. Then you take your block, bring it behind you the same way as we had it before, and you're gonna first lift that arm up, your left arm up, bring the left arm against the left leg, and you twist. Okay, I'll show it from the side as well. So your right leg is stretched out, flex foot like in Dandasana. Left leg bent, and then block here behind you, or like this. For me, this is actually better. I'm a short person. So if you are something like my size, you will need this. If you are longer, taller, then you will be able to reach the floor without going back. I have to go back, so I lift the ground up closer to me. So you can push back. If you don't push back, yeah, here, the back will be really not straight, but I want the back straight up. You always want the spine straight up, open to the sky, connected with the ground like a ladder, yeah? So when you lift your left arm up, and you can do it together, you stretch through the left side of your body, and then you bring inside your leg, press that against the leg, and you start twisting. And first try to feel it here. So breathe into the navel region, breathe out through the navel region, and with your exhalation, you twist. Shoulders stay back and downwards, and you keep your chest open. And with each exhalation, you twist a little more. As you inhale, you go back to your ladder, go back to the straight up line inside of you. Energize it, breathe into it, and as you exhale, you twist. And one more cycle of breath. And then slowly come back to your center, face forward. Press your hands into the knees and lift up. Bring the shoulders back and down. Open your back, open your chest, and release. Second side. So you stretch out the left leg, and you bend your right leg. You bring that right foot close to the bolster, or if you don't have a bolster, a brick. And then you stretch your right arm out. You lift the hand away from the hip, so you stretch through that side. So foot and buttocks close to the ground, and the hand is lifting away from it. And then you bring that arm in, you press the leg against the arm, and the arm against the leg, and then you start twisting. And exclusively think of the hips, breathing into the belly, the lower part of your belly in the beginning. Push yourself or press yourself back through the left arm so the spine stays upright. And with each exhalation, turn. One more time. And if you finish, that's a really big twist. So slowly come back and let's go back to Dandasana. Legs stretched out. You can slide a little bit to the front, making sure that the belly stays open. And we're gonna flex those, the feet. We're gonna hold the elbows and lift the arms up. So lift the elbows into your hands, and with your hands, lift the arms up away from the hips. Again, breathe into the navel region and out of the navel region. Yeah, 2 more times. All right, now we're gonna inhale, open the arms, open the heart, open the mind, pull the shoulders down, offer it to the sky. Exhale and change the crossing of the hands, of the arms. So the arms are the same, the hands are different. Lift the elbows into your hands. That will you will be able to spread your shoulder blades behind you, and when you pull up, you will pull your trunk out of the hip. One more time, open up. Take a deep cycle of breath. Now face forward, bring the arms close to your ears, palms facing forward, exhale and push the air down. And move the hands back next to your hips. Elbows will lift towards each other behind you. To open the chest, and we're gonna go a little bit back. So try to go in your own time. When you feel that you are upright, then keeping the spine straight, go a couple of times back. Try to reach the floor with your elbows, yeah? This will not feel very safe, but you are safe, don't worry. It's just a direction you don't normally do with your body. One more time, try to go a little deeper. And last time. And then we can come back. And finally release that Dandasana. And bring the legs close to you. Step them hip width open. And then get a hold of your legs or your knees if you are not that flexible. And bow. Rest the sides of your trunk on the inner sides of your thighs. Look back at the floor, back at yourself down there. Bow your head and take a few deep cycles of breath into your legs, into the lower abdomen. For the last 2-3 cycles of breath, be mindful, become mindful of your chin. Pull it closer to your neck to lengthen well the top part of your back, your neck. Okay, you can come and sit up, and we're gonna move the legs into Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet are gonna come together, and you can move the feet. It doesn't have to be close to your pubic bone, yeah? You can move it away from you, where you can work, yeah? And you are not in too much pain. And press those feet together. You can hold your shin or your knees. They are also fine. But I like you to press the feet together. Straighten out your spine. And try to move the pelvic floor, that's the base of your spine, towards the heels. Yeah, so you might come a little bit or slide a little bit forward and downwards on your from your or on your bolster. So you try to move those two spots closer together. And then think of the top of your head and lift it towards the ceiling. Yeah, feet pressing together and the knees lifting towards the floor. And again, connect with the spine inside of you from the base, from the first chakra, which is at the base of your spine, up, and then the top of the head, your center line. Yeah? Now, let's see if you can lift the toes away from each other. Yeah? The balls of the feet stay together, heels stay together, but the toes try to lift away from each other. And then we're also going to try to lift the chin away from the sternum. And for that, you will lean back a little bit to be able to coil the top of the back, and that is fine. Hold on to your legs so you don't fall. You can easily straighten out the arms. If you're holding your legs, you're not gonna fall, but it will give you a nice, beautiful opening of the chest. All right, come back to starting position. And then bring the toes together, and we're gonna try to come forward with the straight back, yeah? And it might be just 2 centimeters or just a little bit tilting forward, but I like you to concentrate on the open chest that we have open now, so you know where it is. And then come with that forward. The chin can come in towards the neck, so the back of the neck is straight. And then it's sort of trying to release your chest towards your toes. Yeah, and press the feet for that together and lift the knees, the outer knees towards the floor. That will spread you across your pelvic floor and the groins. And you'll see if you stay true to what you are trying to do, that is keeping the spine straight and releasing the heart to the legs, to the feet, slowly, slowly the hips begin to tilt. And if you have hip problems, this is not going to be easy or comfortable. So you can always come up and sit up straight and rest a little bit. And then again, stern your wheel of keeping the spine straight, and then just exhalation by exhalation, release the chest towards the feet, towards your feet. All right, come back, push yourself back up. Sorry if I kept you doing this long, but it's a really great hip opening. And now you can just hold your knees, close your eyes for a moment and relax your face, relax your shoulders, and feel the feet, toes, soles of your feet against each other. And this is a really beautiful and clear position for you to connect with your center line. Yeah, often on yogic pictures of yogis or drawings of yogis depict them in this position or in Padmasana, in lotus pose, but often in this position as well, because it is so clear. Everything is open, everything is lifting out of the ground, the spine is straight, the base of the spine, you know where it is. There is no way you don't know where it is now. It's at the bottom of your trunk that is connected with the ground. And the crown of your head, the top of the head, is open to the sky. And in between those 2 points is your midline, yeah? Your vertical midline, and everything happens around that midline in our lives. So it's good to connect back to it. That's your base. All right, enough. You can hold your knees, bring the legs together. You want to open your eyes, and we're just gonna rest a little bit in this little ball position. I like to call it like a little ball, but it helps me imagine the position my body should take, yeah? A football or a handball or a basketball or any kind of ball. If you want to round your back and withdraw into the center of that ball and create that form from your body. And that will stretch your spine exactly in the opposite way as you have done in the Baddha Konasana position. Yeah? So you can hold your arms and try to pull your back away from your legs. Don't forget to breathe. Breathe steadily. One more time. And then we can let go and come out of this position. Very good. So we continue with our hip openings, but I'd like you to take, please, a belt. And then we're gonna turn our bolster around like this. Let me just put your leg on your mat. Slip. As you prepare, I also prepare. Okay. And then you're gonna sit here in the front of that bolster. And then you stretch out your right leg and stick that left leg against the inner side of your thigh, and perhaps I turn like this. Yeah. And you will have to come to the front of your bolster. So the bolster is lifting up the sitting bones, and then your foot can be against that straight leg. If your knee is very far, what you can do, you just push, stick in, wedge in this block, and then it will help you stay in the position. Yeah, if your hips are problematic, then sitting in this position will not be comfy at all. So use a brick or flying cats to do that. Then I'll ask you to prepare your belt. So we're gonna put that belt up, flex the foot, straighten out the spine. So the foot is pressing the thigh, the other side of the leg is pressing the ground or the brick. And now we invite that straight right leg back into the hip socket. Yeah, so pull that leg back. Yeah, your arms are not straight, bent, so you can keep your shoulders open and your chest open. And again, we're going to try to come forward, sternum, heart, leading. You can look down at your knee, making sure the back of the neck is long, and you are releasing your heart region towards your knee or thigh. Yeah, again, you will not be able to go too much with the straight back. Don't worry about it. Slowly, steadily breathe yourself into the forward bend, the concave forward bend. Yeah, it is going to stretch the back of your left leg, left knee, definitely. Breathe into the navel and out of the navel. Then you can put that belt down, put your hand on the leg, and then come to the forward bend with the back rounded. So you can hold the back of your knee if it hurts too much, that will help you, or your shin or your foot. And exhalation, by exhalation, fold over. Lift the bent elbows up. One more cycle of breath. And release. You can hold your knee and push yourself back. Rise up. Come back to the starting position. Open the chest. Release the shoulders down. And then release. Second side. Yeah. Go for the second side. Your props. This time you stretch out your left leg, bend the right leg. The right foot goes against the thigh. So slide to the front of your bolster. And you want that leg in front of you stretched out. So you're gonna try to get that leg back into your hip socket. Remember, you can use the block. I'm gonna use the block. And only your sit bones are lifted up. Yes, so you are tilting, it's your hips are tilted forward. Take the belt. Straighten out the spine. Get the belt somewhere where you have force. You can create a force that is pulling that straight leg back into the left hip socket this time. Bring your shoulders back and down. Yeah, so your arms needs to be bent. So you can bring the shoulder blades towards each other and shoulders back and down. And eventually your shoulder blades down towards the kidney. Yeah? So you have that plank kind of feeling in your back. And then once you have a strong understanding of your back and you can keep it like that, then you start moving the heart in the direction somewhere on your leg, thigh, knee, depending on the length of the leg. Elbows bent, lift them up. That will help you pull on the bed more. Press that right outer knee into the brick or into the floor. That will help you twist from right to left. Bring the chin closer to your neck, your throat. Keep the straight back. One more cycle of breath into the navel, out of the navel, and then we can come forward around the back. Take a hold of the back of the knees, your shin or your foot. And lift those elbows up and forward, away from you, to create a nice long side body. One more cycle of breath, and you can drop the elbows, hold your leg and push yourself back up. Hold with your hands the knees. And then release. And just connect both legs into cross leg position. You can sit up on the bolster better. And you can cross the legs or bring the legs into sit asana. So heel in front of the heel in front of your pubic bone. Just gonna sit in a way that your thighs are free. And when you come into your sit asana, you can sit up comfortably. And take a nice cycle of breath. Bring your hands together in front of the heart. Move the forearms close to your body. So you can press yourself a little bit back. Yeah, we were going forward. So a little bit just press yourself back. And then lift again your chin as far as you can away from your thumbs, your heart. Lean a little bit back. Shoulders are coming back and down. Shoulder blades turning in. Pull the shoulder blades down towards your kidneys. All right. Position your head back into the starting position and just hold your knees for a moment. Look in front of you. And one more time, connect with the center vertical line inside of you. Breathe into that shaft inside of you. Yeah, include the head as well. Go to the top of the head and a little bit like a fist, 2 fists above your head as you breathe in and out through your spine. Inhale, exhale. Connect with your center, the central energy centers of your body. And you don't need to feel or even know where they are, how they work, although that's what we are developing here. But what you need to do is to breathe, concentrate on that places inside of you and breathe freely. Okay? As you exhale, you can let go and release. Okay, so let's move into the next phase of the class, and you can put the bed to the side. So your block to the side, but take your bolster and stretch out those lower legs. So you sit down on your heels, yeah, like this, big toes together, feet, heels underneath the buttocks. If you cannot sit on your heels, yeah, you are like this, then you can lift yourself up or even put the blanket deep there. If your knees are sensitive, I know some of you have sensitive knees, so just bring that thing back towards the back of your knees. That will help you sit like this longer, and then you push your bolster away. If you don't have a bolster, then 2 bricks, and come over your legs. Yeah, so you rest the outer sides of your trunk on the inner sides of your thighs. Look at the floor, see the ground underneath you. Keep your arms outstretched, and release your heart, head not on the floor now. Breathe into the navel region and then out of the navel region. Allow your armpits to stretch open. And now you can put the head down and elbows on the floor and your hands also on the floor. Bow to the ground. Forward bending hero pose. Breathe into your legs. Breathe into your thighs. If today your head is not on the floor or it doesn't allow you to breathe freely, just bring the bolster underneath your head and arms and come like this to the ground. And continue to breathe into your legs, into the lower back. Unclench your teeth. Empty your head, empty your whole body into the ground. One more time, feel your belly rise and fall through your breathing. Then you can move your hands somewhere on the outer sides of your knees and press yourself up, sit up straight. Sit down well, and you can get the legs out and stretch them out. Okay? If you have sensitive wrist, you can hold onto your bolster, put the hand up there, and then stand back with your right foot, stretch the right heel far away from your right hip, and it will really feel nice on your hip. Then second side, tuck your toes well underneath, roll across the balls of the foot, press yourself back through your arms, and lift that left heel away from the left hip, and then drop that left hip down. Let's do it again. So the instep of the left foot is on the ground, left heel somewhere underneath your pubic bone, and then you stretch through the right leg, lifting the right heel as far as you can from the sit bones. And swap. Instep of the right foot is underneath you, right heel under the pubic bone. Yes, lifting the left heel away from the left sitting bone. All right, come back. And continue with the hip opening. You will walk really well after this class. Ready for lots of walking. So we're gonna step the right leg like this and keep the other one like that on the floor. And then we come into a forward stretch like that. You could also hold the bolster if that is better for you. Yeah. And then come back up. And repeat it 2-3 times in your own rhythm, yeah? As you come forward, you try to bring the knee above the foot and the other leg there, the left leg, if you are doing what I'm doing, is gonna nicely stay put on the floor. Yeah, one more time. Come up, rest a little bit. It's putting a lot of stress on your hips when you do this. So again, squeezing the hips. So let's just go a little bit and then come again. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe while we do this. Again, it's a lot of concentration, keeping the balance, squeezing, getting into the hips. So come back. Now, if you can, sit back on your heel, on the left heel, and stretch out the leg. If you can't do that, yeah, you can just move the legs like this, sit down on the ground and try to get that leg straight in front of you like that. I can even hold the back of the knee. Get that leg straight. And then I'm gonna go just swiftly into our center and then over to the second side. Yeah. So you step your left foot over the bolster. Bring the other knee, right knee under the hip, and then get your bolster or your knee and come forward. And you are trying to sort of stretching that leg out. The knee is on the floor of the right leg, but you will have a really strong stretching feeling across the right side of the thigh, outer hip, or somewhere else too. And then come out and stay a little bit and come forward again. In your own time. You don't have to do it as fast as I do. Do it in your own time, what your own body is telling you. Breathe. And then we can come back up. And we go and sit down on the heels, or as I showed you, get your legs out and underneath, from underneath you, and sit in cross-leg position and try to get that leg straight. You also can flex the foot and then release and go for a moment into our Sukhasana, cross-leg position. Get on the top of your sitting bones, open the chest, roll the shoulders down, drop your elbows towards the side of your body and find your center line. And then release. Okay. So before we get up or we leave the ground, I'd like you to get a chair. You're gonna sit up on your bolster and we'll do our another forward bend. And actually you might also need a block. So you can get your block as well ready. And then just go back and sit on your bolster. Then we're gonna position the legs like this. So you can either have your leg crossed and then let's just do this first, yeah? Cross-legged and you come forward and rest on the chair. And if you don't reach the chair, then you have your block and you go there. And relax now your spine. Relax your shoulders and feel the weight of your arms and head descending into the chair. Take a deep cycle of breath and then come back up. Change the crossing of the legs. And come again. Lean onto that chair. Get your head heavy. Feel the head on the chair, on your arms, releasing downwards. Relax your legs, your hips, and release the whole spine. Make sure your teeth are unclenched. Breathe into your navel region. And then out of the navel region, yeah? 3 more cycles of breath like that. All right, you can lift the head up. Push yourself up. Sit up straight. And we're gonna spread the legs sideways open. Keep the chair, keep the block as well. And spread your legs out. If this is not easy with the bolster in the position like I have it, and you can turn your bolster like this, opposite way, come to the front of the bolster, and the sitting bones are lifted up, thighs are free, even the top of the thighs. You're flexing the feet. Yeah? Upavista Konasana. And then we're gonna do the same thing like before, and see if you can come forward on the chair like this, or use the grip, yeah? Even like this, or like this, I don't care, but just rest your head on something. Okay, you can move the chair a little bit to the front or backwards. Let your head become heavy. Relax the shoulders. Release the heart also forward. So the longer you stay, the more your body is going to open up. Yeah, so you could push the chair further away if you feel that you can come forward freely without too much pain. Yeah, so just more than what you can comfortably do. Keep your spine straight. And it's gonna open the back of the knee, the back of the thigh, your groins, your pelvic floor. Breathe through that. Take one more deep cycle of breath. And then we are coming out. So push yourself away from the chair. And push even the chair away, because we have to get the legs in. Yeah, so get the legs in. 1, 2, you grab the inner thighs. And come back to Siddhasana. Yeah, and perhaps you can feel how much easier it is to sit like this now. So get your sit bones down. Connect to your center. Bring the chin a little closer to your throat, so the back of the neck gets long, especially this bit that is where the spine is connected to the head. You may close the eyes or your eyes for 3 deep cycles of breath, but be there in your breath, yeah? Breathe into the center of you. Exhale out of the center. Look at the space with your inner eyes, with your inner eye behind your forehead as you breathe. One more deep, conscious cycle of breath. And then that's enough. You can let go, open the eyes, place the palms of your hands on your legs and come back. Stay connected with your inner world. You are internal, I'm sure by now. So stay connected with that space as much as the outer space. And then we're going to get the legs up. Yeah, a little bit. You can come forward just a little bit, as much for the legs to be able to move. It might be a bit difficult. And then get even more into the hips. Yeah, I want you to be able to walk well. So you don't see me very well. So chair there, knees under your hips, and we're gonna move the knees out and back, out and back. Yeah, hold on to that chair. That's it, out and back, out and back. And then try to get those heels down or closer to the ground. Very nice. Fold over your legs and come back. Yes, and you can lift your knees farther away from each other as you come forward. Yeah, there you go. I know it's a bit uncomfortable, but I'm trying to make space. Very good. And one more time. Space in the hips. And that's enough. And you can come down on your knees. And one more hip opening. I promise afterwards we go to another kind of practice. We still have time. Is that you're gonna sit up on your bolster, bring this chair behind you, and you want to have the chair behind your shoulder blades. So if this is too tall, you could sit on the floor with a blanket and get your chair and get it into your shoulder blades. Yeah, we've been doing this several times in the past, I'm sure you remember. And the soles of your feet together, so Baddha Konasana. And you try to get your back on the chair while you press the feet together and move the knees downwards. Yeah, and long neck, long back neck. So keep the chin not too far away from your throat. Move the pelvic floor towards your heels. Yes, soles of the feet together. And release and come and sit up. Push yourself away from the chair, hold your knees and sit up. Drop your elbows down. Connect to your midline. And release. And one more version of this back bend. It's gonna be you get your bolster on top of your chair or like this. This is even better. Sit up on your block or a book or a blanket, depending on your height. Again, you're gonna bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana underneath you. Get close to the chair. And then lean back on that. Grab your elbows and lean back. And actually, if it's not too good for your neck there, what you can do is get your meditation pillow or another roller, another blanket up. And that will support the back of your neck. Okay, change the crossing of the arms. Press your feet together and lift the outer knees towards the ground. Your pelvic floor will lift towards your heels. Allow that to happen. And breathe into the bolster underneath you, behind you. Okay, you can let go. First, lift your head up and then push yourself away or press yourself away from the things behind you and sit up straight. And we're gonna wait a little bit because this was a huge opening, so you might be dizzy. Bring your eyes back, stay cool and calm. Bring the eyes back to eye level, chin a little closer to your throat region. So again, you can connect to that straight line inside of you that runs from the base of your spine up through the whole body. through the brain to the crown of your head and out from your body. And release. All right, so we're gonna stand up, not for a long time because we don't have too much time left, but I want us to stretch out a little bit. So you can put your chair away. You don't need that now. And just take please one break. Yes. Okay, and then get into your Tadasana, please. Feet together, arms on your side. Bring your hands together with your heart. Feel yourself standing. Bring your eyes to eye level. And now stretch out your arms on your side. Stand up tall. Press your heels into the ground. Bring your shoulders back and down. Release your arms and lift the top of your head towards the ceiling. And release. And now step your feet away from each other. And bring that block in front of your right foot. Right foot turned out 90 degree, left foot turned in 30 degree. Hands on your hips and move your hips parallel with the wall in front of you. And just bend that right knee. Bring it above the right foot. Keep the other leg long and straight. Now stretch it out. And we're gonna repeat it with the arms straight on the side of our body. Yeah, come a little bit this way back. So we always go like that. Come back this way. Yeah, hold the position. You need to let in. Okay, come back. Okay. Hi. While if you could mute yourself, please. Thank you. And then come back to Tadasana. Turn the feet parallel. And come back to your Tadasana. Find your center. Mountain pose. Eyes at eye level. Heels on the floor. Spread your toes. Second side. Bring the hands together. Bend the knees. And jump or walk out. Get the legs wide open. Turn the left foot out 90 degree. Right foot in 30 degree. And now we're gonna spread the arms like this, but before, let's adjust the hips, yeah? So hands on the hips, push back the right, and try to bring the left side forward, and bring the knee. When you bend the knee now, if your left hip is forward, the knee is gonna go that way, but bring it back, so it's above the foot, without moving the hips back. Yeah, and again, straighten out both legs, and then come again. Tailbone down, open your chest, and feel that right foot behind you on the floor, and try to lift that right thigh up. Yeah, so we're not doing this. We are in the center, connecting with the straight leg side of the body as much as the bent leg side of the body. Okay, straighten out the legs, bring your hands together, turn your feet forward, parallel with each other. Get them a little closer so you can jump or go back to your center without hurting yourself. Get to your center and up you go into your Tadasana. Release. Okay, so actually we're gonna need 2 blocks, not 1. So get those blocks please out and right in front of you. We're gonna get the legs out again into a wide spreading position, and we'll go for Prasarita Padottanasana. So legs wide open, feet parallel, hands on the hips, and we come halfway down. You have the bricks, then you can put your hands underneath the shoulders on the bricks. Yeah, you want to create a nice straight back. So grab the floor with your toes, get to the middle of your heels. think of your sitting bones spread between the sitting bones. Of course, your knees are up, kneecaps are up, and lift those sit bones away from the floor. And now look up. Lift your chin away from your heart. Very good. Shoulder blades will be moved by this. Now look down, and you're gonna go lower. So this is the version where you round your back, and you can bring the bricks underneath your shoulder as you fold over. You can keep the bricks tall and your hands resting on the bricks. I'm gonna get my legs a little wider open for this. As the legs open, you might be able to come the deeper, bigger forward bend. So decide for yourself, or you can put the bricks down and just hang your head. Yeah, if your head is not on the floor, just point the top of the head at the floor. And you're gonna be standing on your feet, hands. And if your head goes on the floor, put it on the floor. The other thing you can do, you can get the bricks under your head and put the hand down on the floor under your shoulders. Let you bring the hands towards back. So the hands are sort of in line with your feet. If you can get the hands in line with the feet, that's the best. But if they are not so much back for this or that reason, that's also fine. So decide, or you can just go plain on the floor, top of the head on the ground. Again, try to feel your feet grabbing the floor, the toes, the soles of the feet spreading, and get to the middle of the heel bone. So pull the outer ankle bone towards each other and the inner ankle bones away from each other. That will allow you to lift the shins out of the heel. Okay, one more cycle of breath. I'm sure you are ready to come out. So we visit again the concave position. Hands under the shoulder. Get the feet a little closer in case you slip too far. And the blocks can stand tall or short, but we go again to the concave Prasarita Padottanasana. Now release, look at the floor, get your feet even closer. So you can, as you hold your hips with your hands, stand up tall with the straight back above the straight legs. Face forward. Hands come together in front of your heart. Bend your knees. Step your feet together. Enter your Tadasana. So get into your feet. Press them down. Get close to the ground with your feet. Connect yourself with the earth through your feet. And from there, lift the whole body, especially everything that is above the heart region, up towards the ground, towards the ceiling. So you are grounded through the navel, through the legs, through the hips. I'm sure you can feel it. The whole practice was about connecting to the ground, and now the lift out of the ground, the open heart, the deflated open mind, connected to the heart, mind connected to the heart connected to the hara, the belly region, and legs connected to the ground. So you are like a ladder connecting the earth with the heaven with the earth. And release. Okay. So you can go down on the ground. It is time to go to the very last bit of the class. We have a few more minutes. So please get your bolster and your blanket. You can also get your stuff that you need for your shavasana. Yeah? So if you need a blanket, or if you use a pillow for your eyes, get them as well, please. And we have done lots of opening for the hips. So we finished with integrating everything, and I think we need a little bit of more work on opening the heart, taking the brain, just to make sure that everything is nice and open and connected, integrated with each other. So you're gonna take the block, put it underneath your bolster, and then you're gonna take your blanket, fold it, and put that on the other end of your bolster, and I think you know what's coming. We're gonna go back on this bolster. And we have done so much hip openings that I don't think you need more of it. So we will get the legs out straight in front of us. And if you have in your legs stress, yeah, trembling, or we have worked the legs hard, so you might get a little bit of discomfort in your legs. So you get yourself in a nice dandasana. Then you take your bed, everyone has a bed, and then you very loosely tie your thighs together somewhere. So this is your thigh bone, and you want to go, this is the knee, this is the top of your thigh bone. You want to get there. So 1/3, 2/3, 1/3. You want to get to the 1/3. So not on the knees, above the knees, not in the center of the thigh. And I'm not going to explain now why, just do it please. We don't have time for it, just trust me. Yeah, you want that there. And then just tight. You can have the legs a little bit open, yeah? So you can make sure that the groins are not stuck. And then you go back, and you try to place your elbows on the floor before you go back. That is a really good way to check whether you are in the center, if your elbows are evenly far from the bolster. Then with your hands, you push your buttocks away. So the lower back, yeah, this bit, and the top of the hip is resting and supported on the bolster. And then you pull the blanket as much as you need underneath your head. And you do want to support the back of the neck. And then you will have a beautiful open heart region, yeah? So you can unfold your arms and place the back of your hand on the floor and relax your legs into that bed. So that's why I told you not to tighten them too much, because when you relax the legs, the feeling you should get is that they are held, not kept together tightly. That is a kind of aggression. It's a force that you need to go against. I don't want that. You want that a really light touch, so to phrase or so to say. So it holds your legs together. So you can't just go like that. It is connected to you. Yeah, for now, then we can let go of the legs. But for now, because of what we have done during the class, I think this will help you release deep down in your body things that have been stretched and moved and are under stress. We want that. So if you feel that it's too tight, your legs, just loosen up a little bit the bed. So it's gonna still hold your legs, but will allow your legs to open up a little more and soften everything in your legs and hips. And the last bit I'd like you to do is grab your elbows, hold your elbows and lift with your arms your chest open and lengthen the trunk. And then put your arms back on the floor. And then with a deep exhalation, release your heart and lungs on the surface beneath you. Make sure your elbows are comfortably on the ground so your shoulders can release nicely and there is no stress in your arms or your shoulders or shoulder blades. Everything is supported from beneath. And then make sure that your head is not tilting, neither to the left nor to the right. And then let go of everything. Hopefully by now you have found your comfortable, comforting position on the ground. Make sure your teeth are not clenched. Your tongue is soft and released towards the bottom of your mouth, in between your teeth, and the tip of your tongue is ever so slightly curled up, pointing at the soft palate. And let go of everything now. Close your eyes from top to bottom. Allow your eyeballs to roll back to the bottom of the eye socket. Relax your face, and with your exhalation, allow yourself to let go of all kinds or any kind of facial expression you might still have. No need to smile. No need to be stern. Become neutral. And now start deflating your brain. Imagine there is a balloon inside your head. See that balloon inflated inside your head. And as you exhale, see that balloon deflating inside your head. Exhalation by exhalation. Or if you can't imagine that, just visualize now a deflated balloon inside your head. And try to form a similarly sized or positioned brain in your head. Invite the brain back. Into that position. Letting go of all the cycles of thoughts, which is so difficult to do. So if you still have popping ideas, thoughts up into your head, then just concentrate on your breathing and feel as you inhale the air brushing against your nostrils, rushing into your head, into your body. As you inhale, and try to sense internally the breath, the air, the brownfield air, leaving your body through your nostrils. As you exhale, so as you inhale, you feel it rushing in, brushing against your nostrils. As you exhale, you feel it leaving you, brushing against your nostrils again. Try all your concentration. Bring your concentration into that, into observing how your breath touches your nose and how it flows in and out of you. And in the meanwhile, you can attempt to look into the space that is behind your forehead, between your eyebrows, behind your forehead. And if you do that, you will realize that your breath and your inner vision will be very close to each other. So you are looking down actually with your inner eyes, with the eye of the mind, onto the breath come and go, as if you were watching the sea, the ebb and the flow of the sea, or the waves coming towards you endlessly, rising up and then disappearing in a rhythmic way, like your breath. Inhale deeply and slowly and observe it. Exhale deeply and slowly and observe it. nothing else. And after your next exhalation, you will go a little lower in your body and do exactly the same, but you're gonna be breathing into your heart and breathing out of the heart region. So think of the heart region, not your physical heart, to the right side of it, behind your sternum a little bit, behind and up from it. Inhale while you think of that space, and exhale. And again, look down at it with the eye of your mind as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Try to breathe now to the back of that heart region and breathe out through the front. One more time and then we can let go. Take a few refreshing cycles of breath. And the last region you will visit in your meditation, concentration, practice. You're gonna breathe in through the navel and breathe out through the navel. And you'll see this will further slow down your breathing as the breath has to go longer. Feel as you inhale into the navel, the breath filling up your hips, your belly, pelvic floor, everything down underneath. And as you exhale, relax everything down underneath. And I'm gonna leave you with this practice. Do it as long as it feels nice. You've got 2 more minutes in your Shavasana. So whenever you had enough, just let go of all the practice and stay with yourself for the last 2 minutes. Connect with the space inside of you. Endless space. Connect with contentment inside of you. And all is well right now. You are protected and you are well. You are right there where you need to be. And you are well, peaceful and quiet, content, full of love in your heart, clarity in your mind, connected with Mother Earth in your belly and legs. So now you finished your practice. So Realize you are back in the room. Move your hands and your feet whenever you are ready, and then sit up, please, in a sitting position, bringing your hands together with your heart. And last time, bow your head in front of your heart. Thank yourself for making time and space in your life to practice today. The light that lives in me bows in front of the light, the very same light that lives in you. Namaste. So that's all from me. I'll come back. And if you'd like to say anything, the time for that, we just finish the recording.